Shipping ETFs and Red Sea attacks, navigating turbulent waters. The Red Sea, a vital artery of global trade, has recently become a hotspot of maritime insecurity. Attacks by Houthi rebels in Yemen have disrupted shipping, rerouted vessels, and sent shockwaves through the maritime industry. In this turbulent environment, shipping ETFs, exchange-traded funds that track the performance of shipping companies, have found themselves in the spotlight. Investors are grappling with the complex interplay between geopolitical risks, supply chain disruptions, and the potential impact on their portfolios. Red Sea unrest, a perfect storm for shipping. The Red Sea, connecting the Indian Ocean to the Mediterranean Sea via the Suez Canal, is a critical transit route for global trade. Roughly 12% of the world's seaborne oil and 20% of its containerized cargo passes through its waters. However, since November 2023, the region has witnessed a surge in attacks by the Houthi rebels, targeting commercial vessels. These attacks, using drones, missiles, and explosives, have resulted in damage to ships, injuries to crew members, and significant disruptions to shipping schedules. Impact on shipping costs and supply chains. The Houthi attacks have had a cascading effect on the maritime industry. Insurance premiums for vessels transiting the Red Sea have skyrocketed, adding to shipping costs. Some shipping lines have temporarily suspended operations in the region, rerouting vessels through longer and more expensive alternative routes. This has led to delays in deliveries and disruptions to global supply chains, particularly for energy and consumer goods. Shipping ETFs in the crosshairs. Shipping ETFs, which offer investors exposure to a basket of shipping companies, have naturally reacted to this volatile situation. In the immediate aftermath of the attacks, many shipping ETFs experienced a surge in price. This can be attributed to several factors. 1. Supply and demand dynamics. With some shipping lines suspending operations in the Red Sea, the remaining vessels in operation enjoyed increased demand, leading to higher freight rates and potentially boosted profits for shipping companies. 2. Risk premium. The increased geopolitical risks associated with the Red Sea led to some investors demanding a higher return for holding shipping ETFs, pushing up their prices. 3. Short-term speculation. Some investors may have viewed the situation as an opportunity for short-term gains, further contributing to the price increase. However, the long-term outlook for shipping ETFs remains uncertain. Several factors could dampen their performance. 1. Protracted conflict. If the Houthi attacks continue and the Red Sea remains unsafe, shipping costs could remain elevated, impacting the profitability of shipping companies and hindering ETF performance. 2. Alternative routes. The increased use of alternative routes, while mitigating the immediate risk of attacks, could erode some of the cost advantages of using the Red Sea, putting pressure on shipping companies' margins. 3. Macroeconomic factors. Broader economic factors, such as a slowdown in global trade or a recession, could dampen demand for shipping services and negatively impact the performance of shipping ETFs. Investing in shipping ETFs, a calculated risk. Investing in shipping ETFs involves careful consideration of both the potential rewards and risks. While the recent attacks in the Red Sea have presented short-term opportunities for some investors, the long-term outlook remains uncertain. Investors should thoroughly research individual shipping ETFs, taking into account the specific companies they hold, their exposure to different types of vessels and shipping routes, and their overall financial health. Diversification across different asset classes and a long-term investment horizon are crucial to mitigate risks and navigate the volatile waters of the maritime industry. Beyond the Red Sea, a broader perspective. The situation in the Red Sea highlights the inherent risks associated with maritime transportation, particularly in geopolitically unstable regions. It also underscores the interconnectedness of global trade and the potential impact of localized disruptions on wider supply chains. Investors in shipping ETFs should not only consider the immediate risks associated with specific events, but also develop a broader understanding of the factors that affect the maritime industry, including geopolitical tensions, trade patterns, and global economic trends. By carefully assessing the risks and opportunities, investors can navigate the turbulent waters of shipping ETFs and potentially benefit from the long-term growth potential of the maritime industry. However, it is crucial to remember that, like any investment, shipping ETFs carry inherent risks, and careful due diligence is essential before making any investment decisions. Additional considerations: regulation and insurance. Changes in regulations, or the availability of insurance coverage for vessels transiting the Red Sea could impact shipping ETF performance. Technological advancements. Developments in autonomous shipping and alternative propulsion technologies could disrupt the traditional shipping industry and affect the long-term prospects of shipping ETFs. A footprint on the ocean. Fossil fuels dominate the current fuel mix for ships, burning heavy bunker oil or marine gas oil to propel vast vessels across vast distances. This reliance on fossil fuels results in significant emissions. 1. Greenhouse gases. Ships account for roughly 3% of global greenhouse gas emissions, contributing to climate change and ocean acidification. 2. Air pollution. Sulfur oxides, nitrogen oxides, and particulate matter released from ship engines pollute the air, impacting coastal communities and contributing to respiratory health issues. 3. Water pollution. Bilge water discharges, accidental spills, and underwater noise pollution from ship engines disrupt marine ecosystems and threaten biodiversity. These environmental concerns are driving regulatory changes and industry initiatives towards cleaner shipping. The International Maritime Organization, IMO, has implemented sulfur emission limits and is considering stricter regulations on greenhouse gas emissions. Additionally, several shipping companies are exploring alternative fuels such as liquefied natural gas, LNG, biofuels, and even hydrogen, to reduce their environmental footprint. Investing with an eco-conscious eye. For investors in shipping ETFs, navigating this evolving landscape requires a more nuanced approach. While the financial performance of individual companies and the ETF as a whole remains the primary concern, the environmental profile of the underlying holdings deserves increasing attention. Here are some factors to consider. 1. Fuel types. Analyze the ETF's exposure to ships using cleaner fuels like LNG, or those actively investing in alternative fuel technologies. 2. Emission ratings. Consider evaluating the ETF based on independent ratings that assess the environmental performance of the included companies. 3. Sustainability initiatives. Look for investments in companies with robust sustainability strategies, including those actively reducing emissions and investing in emission reduction technologies. Making informed investment decisions, based on both financial and environmental considerations, can lead to a more sustainable future for the shipping industry and align your portfolio with the growing demand for green investments. Beyond ETFs, a broader environmental vision. Investing in shipping ETFs opens the door to influencing the industry's environmental trajectory. By actively choosing ETFs with a strong environmental profile and engaging with the companies they hold, investors can encourage responsible practices and accelerate the transition towards cleaner shipping. This ultimately paves the way for a healthier planet and a more sustainable future for maritime trade. The future of the shipping industry is at a crossroads. While short-term financial gains and traditional metrics remain important, environmental considerations can no longer be ignored. By weighing both perspectives and making informed investment decisions, investors in shipping ETFs can play a crucial role in shaping a greener and more sustainable future for maritime transport.